This video is going to be about you feeling like you've missed your manifestation and or like teaching you the patience that is necessary when it comes to manifestation. Some things happen instantly. Some things might take years. What you need to understand is every time you put something into your mind, is you set the intention of like I am rich, I am loved, I am in a loving relationship, I am successful, I am a popular artist, I am a popular 5-star chef, whatever, right? When you set that intention and you believe it to be real and you start to adopt it and live it in your mind, then you get put on the bridge of incident. The bridge of incident is a series of life events that get you to your final point, okay? So let me back up a little bit. A lot of people, when they first learn how to manifest, the first thing that they try to do, just like when you're learning anything, is, am I doing this right? You know, do I need to put this, do I need to put the bread in there at the proper temperature for the right amount of time? And did I put that right? Does this look right when I'm mixing this up? Does this look right? And you ask yourself a bunch of initial questions, because what you're doing is you are carving out the new neural pathways in your brain. Kind of like, you know, when you're going through a forest and you got the machete, you have to like chop down the trees and then the plants so you can create a path for yourself. The first time you do it, it's hard. That's why you have to ask yourself all these types of questions. That's you chopping away. But then the next time you want to travel that path, you can walk on through it. That's what your brain is doing. That's what neural training is, right? So when you start to put things into your mind that you're trying to manifest, when you start to repeat it over and over and over, that's what your new path that is being created. So in the instance of wealth, I am wealthy, I am wealthy, I can see this. Not, yes, affirmations are good, but also when you like start to actually picture scenes and you start to make these scenes in your mind, like let's just say you are living in the slums of Brazil right now. You are living in the slums of Brazil. You know, dirt paths, there's trash on either side of you. The buildings to your left and right look all rickety. You know, you hear the dramas going on behind these walls. Like you hear all this type of stuff. You see all this type of stuff. It looks terrible. But in your mind, you say, you know what? No, I'm rich. I am wealthy. I am free from this type of condition. I'm going to keep on moving forward. In your mind, in that physical reality, this is what something that Neville says, and like anyone that's really good at manifestation, ignore the physical reality. So while you are walking on this dirt path with the trash and the rickety buildings, you can now see the marble floors. You can see the columns on either side of you. You can see the paintings on the walls. You know, you can see all this type of stuff. You can hear your purebred poodle, you know, trotting down the main hallway because you got marble floors. And you can hear it because it's such a long run that you can hear your dog all the way across your mega mansion. While you're walking down the streets of the favelas. You understand? Because you're creating this in your mind. When your mind is like having this signal, kind of like with the TV, you find the right signal, like with the right channel, or if you know, I'm using the dial, like I'm still old in my head, but like, you know, in like the radio or whatever, you hit the right frequency, then it starts to emit that to the universe. It's like, wait, he's here, but he's thinking this. Okay, yo, we got to get him or her out of there. We got to get them here. So once you set that intention in your mind, that's when you get put on the bridge of incident, which is a series of events to get you to what you want. Okay? Now, once you get into that, once you start to feel the confidence in that way of thinking, then you start to understand, okay, cool, I put it in my head. I did that right. I'm not even questioning that anymore. But did I miss it? Did I miss my opportunity? Is it coming? How long do I have to wait? That's the second part of it, learning the patience. You know, starting to learn how to let go. You know, what you need to understand, the bridge of incident is kind of the equivalent of dropping a leaf in the river. When you drop the leaf in the river, it just goes. It doesn't fight it. It doesn't say, how long am I going to be going? It just goes. It's just la, 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 la. And eventually it's going to get to its end point. It's going to get deposited somewhere where the water is still enough. It's just, oh, I made it. Didn't ask no questions. It just went with the flow, quite literally, right? So a lot of you, and I'm going to start mixing the last two parts here. It's like a lot of people ask, did I miss my manifestation? But there's missing it, and there's also blocking your blessings. Okay, so we'll talk about that one real quick. Blocking your blessings. Some of you, let's make this very simple. Some of you with us young people, relationships. I've been thinking about relationships lately this whole week, so that's what we're going to talk about. So relationships, right? You were going to say, I want a nice guy, I want a nice girl. We'll use myself as an example. I want a nice girl, right? I want a nice girl, nice woman that I can like spend the rest of my life with and just be happy and forget the whole dating world. But let's just say I'm one of these dudes. It's like, I want this nice girl. She needs to have this, that, this, that, this, that. I find 10 girls that have all those things. I pick none of them. And I like the Instagram model that's doing all this type of stuff for the intention. Or I like this girl that ain't doing nothing for herself, but she's pretty. And she has nothing on the list, but she's just a pretty girl. My energy has not been in tune with what I wanted. My energy is still going to the wrong avenue. So it's going that way instead of with what I actually want. So I am not in tune with what I want. Therefore, I will never get my manifestation because I haven't tuned in to that frequency. You understand? So a lot of people, they'll keep picking the wrong thing, or they'll keep missing or skipping their opportunities. Let's just say you want to be in business, right? I am wealthy. I see myself in my mega mansion. I see myself owning all these different properties. I'm having conversations with all these powerful people, right? And you see that in your head. But every time a new opportunity comes up for you to get some money, anytime to you to develop your thing, you let it pass on by. Hey, we can invest in some stocks right now. I don't know much about stocks. The opportunity is going to pass. You didn't miss it. It's just going to pass. Okay. Hey, I'm going to start a business. Do you want to join me on that? Like you seem to know a lot about this and that. I don't think I'd be really good at the business, blah, blah, blah. Okay. The universe is going to be like, all right, what about this? What about this? What about this? And you are not at the proper frequency because you are still doubting yourself. You're still not seeing that the universe is literally tossing you an alley-oop, or it's tossing you a nice lob pitch ready for you to knock it out of the park. But you're just like, no. Eventually, when you start to get in tune with whatever it is that you want, let's just use wealth. You have to understand that you have to build, whether it be a relationship too. But I'm just going back and forth here. But back into like the education of your finances. You have to build. First, you might have to learn actual money, how money works. Then you have to build and go, okay, now that I have a good foundation how money works, let me start applying it. Oh, wait, I could be wow. Oh, wait, those were all opportunities I could have been taking. Okay, the next one that comes up, I'm taking it. Hey man, I'm planning on writing a book, but I want to co-author it with somebody. And you seem to know a lot about manifestation, so let's get together and work on that together. I don't think. Nope. Yes, I'm going to do that because this is all part of the bridge of instant. You see yourself being wealthy. You see yourself talking to very influential people. So this is an opportunity to build. So now you are talking with this person. You're now co-authoring a book. You're working on this book together, and you start networking to get your book out there, to get people interested in your book. While you're networking, you find like a CEO that says, hey, I would really love for you to come on my marketing team. The way that you're talking about this, boom. So you go from this, hey, thank you for this venture. I'll still help you out with this, but I'm going to go on to my next thing. Now I am in marketing, and I'm talking with a CEO on a regular basis, but now he's inviting me to meetings with other CEOs. While I'm with these CEOs, I market and talk with them. Boom, boom, boom. I hear a little something about this new innovation that's going to happen. I hear this new innovation. I go research it. I find more people that know about that. You see how this goes? A lot of people, when they want something, they expect it to happen now. It's kind of like with Amazon. Amazon spoiled us. We can buy something and we get 1-day shipping. We're about to have drones that can probably do same hour delivery. You know what I'm saying? Who knows? But the thing is, this is where you need to become patient. You understand? And start to phase away from the physical reality and stay in your mind at all times. Because think about this. When it's speaking of finances, a lot of people, they understand supply and demand. When the supply drops, the demand rises. That makes something more expensive, right? Very simple. In the material world, everything is finite. There's only a set amount of this. There's a set amount of this and blah, 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 blah. Once it's gone, it's gone. But in your mind, it's clearly infinite. And the easiest way I can explain this to you, imagine in your mind, you can see right now, you can see I'm trying to think of something stupid. You can think of a polar bear wearing some Timbs, some work boots, doing the Macarena at Walmart. You can picture all these things in your mind. That's how infinite your mind can be. In the finite world, it's like you will never see that. You might see a polar bear somehow, some way as an exhibit in Walmart, but if you see it doing the Macarena, you'll send me the link. But what I'm saying is your mind is infinite, and when you start to send these things out to the world, once you can envision a thing and know it to be true and know it to be done, it will occur in your life in one shape, form, or fashion. So if you see that wealth, if you see that healthy relationship, you see you being a renowned artist, chef, whatever, that's when these things are starting to be emitted to the universe and it comes down. A lot of people are still in that rush phase. I manifested it. Where is it? I need it to happen now. I need it to happen now. It's like you still need it. If you need it, it is no longer, it's not yours. It's not natural to you. You need it. That implies that you don't have it. The whole point of the mental pictures is to imply that you have it. So when you say, I need this money, I need it, that means you don't have it. And all you're sending to the universe is, I don't have money. I don't have success. I don't have a reputation, XYZ. So you just have to sit down and be patient. Be the leaf in the river. You set your intention, and anything that seems to be matching, or it seems like even in your wildest possibility, you can see how that links to your final goal, take it. Because you can't fail. You might fail, but fail forward. If something that says, like, for example, an example of this is relationships. You might say, I want Mr. or Mrs. Right. Okay? You might have 2 or 3 relationships that fail before you find him or her. Because what happened was you thought this was it. You started going that direction. It didn't work out. Boom, you got bounced off in this direction. And that's where, like, let's just say dude's over here, right? And you're a woman, you want a nice guy. You date this guy, boom, smacks you in this direction. Then you go to the next relationship, this one, boom. Then you go this one, boom. Then eventually you found him right on over here. So you had to go through this type of things. You had to go through like being with the guys that you don't like. You had to be with the women, and so you get hurt, like you by a woman, and you're just like, dang, cool. But then you have to heal from that. When you heal from that and you get the lessons from that, you then say, okay, now I want somebody that's like this, someone that can do this for me. My expectations were very high before. I'm not dropping my standards, but I'm just being more realistic. So now it's like, okay, with my newfound vision, let me see who I can find. And then that's when Mr. or Mrs. Right is just waiting for you, like, oh, hi. I'm all the things you've been asking for. And it's like you'll start to realize that all the people before them were pretty much practice. They were people that set you in the right direction, whether it was painful, whether it was just like a mutual thing. It's like they still put you in the right direction to find that person at the end of the bridge. You were just going down the path. And once you stop trying to control everything, once you stop trying to rush the universe, you'll realize that everything comes to you in a natural way. You can't miss your manifestation. You can't miss it. Okay? It's all about once you grab onto it, once you match the frequency of it, once it's revealed to you, because everything exists. This is why super spiritual people, they can see auras. They can almost read your mind at times. They see things at a different level. Just like the people, the schizophrenics, they can see the lower vibrational entities, demons walking around. They can see them crawling on the walls because they're at such a low vibration that now they can see those things crawling around. And it's like, oh my God. And they're like rocking back and forth and doing all this crazy stuff because they can see it. Their vibration is so low, they can see that. So all you have to do is tune into your vibration and start acting the part. Yes, I do believe somewhere once I get in my manifestation powers, that I could just sit in the middle of my floor and be like, I want a free sandwich. And just sit on my floor in meditation for 2 weeks. And eventually, like, someone's going to DoorDash the wrong address and, like, bring me the sandwich. And they would happen to be quitting, so they could just throw my sandwich down and, like, boom. So then I come out, I'm like, oh, there's a sandwich in my door. See? I do believe all that's possible. But there's always a time where you have to act at a certain point. You can't be in business and never never write down a number, right? Never write down a check or never produce a product. I guess you can. Anyway, don't let me limit you, But at the end of the day, let me just sum everything up real quick. You can't miss your manifestation. It's all about you grabbing onto it when the opportunity arises, okay? Or it's all about you getting to the proper frequency. Just seeing what you want in your mind helps you get attuned to it. With you starting to think from that perspective of you in the future. Right now, if you have $10 in your pocket, you think about it as if you had $1 million. Okay, with this $10, I'm gonna go flip that into 20. I'm gonna make that 20 into 40. I'm gonna set back 10. I'm gonna make that 40. I'm gonna do 40 again. Boom, set back 10. Now I have a little cushion, and now I'm starting to build up and build up and build up. Once you have $1 million mindset with $10, you'll make it $1 million. You understand? So it's all about just, putting the image, the scene in your mind, letting the bridge of incident take you to where you want to go, and not fighting the current. Don't block your own blessings. If something comes up, just take it. You can't fail. Once you are working with the universe, you can't fail, because even your failure is still all a necessary step to get you to the end goal. I hope that made sense for y'all. I hope that helped. Let me know if you need me to clarify anything. If you have any ideas, feel free to share. If you have any good experiences, feel free to share all that good stuff. Love y'all. Till the next one.